my first question to you, which probably is the question which every home buyer is looking at, is that have the prices which came down a bit bottomed out now, or do you see them coming further down?
So clearly, I think they have bottomed down. I think in various markets, they've come down between 7% to 17%. That is the drop that has happened. In the last few months, we've seen is that there has been a stability in the prices. One other factor that gives me confidence that it's unlikely to go down is really that in the last 7 consecutive quarters, your sales have been more than the new launches. I mean, this is the first sign that the markets are starting to revive, because if your sales continue to remain higher than your new launches, that means the unsold inventory, which was there, has started to come down. And that is what has happened. So if it was 1 or 2 or 3 quarters, one can understand that it is an aberration. You know, for the last 7 consecutive quarters, that really takes us to the end of or mid of 2016. Since then, every quarter, the new launches have been lesser than the sales. Now it is interesting, the sales haven't really picked up. But what has happened is that the new launches have come down dramatically. Certainly after demonetization and post-RERA and the GST, the new launches have come down. So sales have remained little, small or sort of medium depending on city and micro market, but the launches have come down dramatically. So it is right that the public perception is, but the sale hasn't picked up. So why is Anuj saying is that the market is starting to increase? I am saying is, yes, the sales hasn't picked up, but you know, in law of economics, there is supply and demand. Please look at the supply. The supply has really dwindled. Dwindled to the extent in Q4 calendar year of 2017, the number of launches, Vivek, were lower than post-Lehman crisis in India. So post-Lehman was the worst in residential times that we had seen.
That's
in terms of
when the slide really began, right?
January to March 2009 was like a slaughterhouse in terms of the new launches. We are in Q4 2017 lower than that. And I'll give you some numbers. In terms of the new launches that happened in Q4 2017, and most of the quarters have been around that number, has been 22,000 units. 22,000 units.
That's it.
That's it. In the years 2013, 2012, 2011, the total that India used to launch was 550,000 units a year, which if you were to do rough calculations of that is, that means it needed to be 70,000 units, 60, 70,000 units per quarter. We are at one third of that. That is what is really happening in the market, where the developers are really not coming out with new launches, yet the buyer is continuing to buy, maybe in small quantums, but those quantums are still larger than the new launches that are coming in.